And now, hey, you know what I just thought of?
What's that?
Well, first of all, let me introduce the
Yes,
segment.
please.
Yeah, hi. And now, it's time for A Few Minutes with the Intern.
Yay.
On the Mike O'Mara Show. You know what I realized when you were giving me the countdown to starting this show today?
Right.
When you count it down, I'd like you to count it down from the movie The Contender, where they're just about to make the announcement about Lane Hansen being named vice president.
How do they do it? It doesn't.
He comes out. He goes. The line is, he walks out, and they're all screaming, "Who is it? Who is it?"
Right.
Hey, Karen, hold on. You're going to find out in less than 10 seconds. So the president will come out. He will make his announcement, and we're ready to go. In 1001, in 3, 1002, 1000. Have you ever seen that scene?
I have, but
is anybody in my audience relating to this? Is this stream of consciousness right at the front of the show that might be causing people to turn their radios off, to unplug their MP3 players all over, to throw their iPhones into the disposal?
You've piqued their curiosity.
All right, whatever. Anyway, it's,
everybody going to be streaming that movie.
Start the music again because I have to.
Yes,
I have
from
to,
the top. This is the good one.
Yeah, I have to introduce the intern segment properly.
All right, be patient,
nice
Mike.
and loud on that music.
You'll have your answer in 10 seconds. The president will come out and do his.
Stop it! Not like that. Just start the music. Hello. It's time for A Few Minutes with the Intern. The Mike O'Mara Show brings you the intern of the month, Josh Murphy.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Josh. How are you?
I'm okay.
He's okay, Mike.
It's always nice to sit down and speak with our interns. I think you've been here a bit of time now.
Since about December, I think.
So you've had a couple of months to get familiar with the way we do business. You've seen us probably all inebriated.
Oh, absolutely.
And you've been able to celebrate with us, and you've been here a number of times and seen the way the inner workings of the studio and the way things go. What are your impressions so far, Josh? What do you think? Is it the experience what you envisioned?
Oh, it's absolutely. I love it. I mean,
Can I get you a lozenge?
Yeah, please do.
Let him answer, boys. So it's what you expected?
Oh, absolutely. I can't believe that get to sit in the studio with you guys. I mean, I try to contain the fanboyness.
You do it. I think you do a great job of that because you don't come across as overly like stalker fanish.
Yeah,
but you are a big fan of the show. You came to us because your lady, your girlfriend, actually knew how big a fan you were, and she kind of was in touch with us online. Isn't that the way it happened?
That's
with
exactly
him?
right.
And after that answer, I can't believe he's in the studio with us either.
So one of the things now, are we okay to talk about your other job, your music?
Oh, absolutely,
stuff?
yeah.
Because one of the things we've touched on this briefly, but Josh is an accomplished musician.
He certainly is.
And I think that deserves it.
And music
you know,
teacher.
you applaud, but you have that look on your face. This is the look on your face when you applaud, Rob. You go like this.
Almost a smirk.
Condescending.
Well, can I do a quick aside?
Would you like to hear his credentials?
I would.
Yeah, give Mr.
Yeah,
Spiewak
show
your
him.
give Mr. Spiewak your musical credentials, and then see if he gives you a sarcastic applause.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my dad.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. That was
Here
me.
it comes.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
So you win. You did it first.
I know. Thank you.
I started learning guitar when I was 9. I was self-taught by my dad until the time I was probably about 12 or 13. Then they got me a teacher.
Your dad, who was also a musician.
He's also a musician.
A professional musician.
Not professional.
Not
no.
professional,
No,
just
no,
like to play.
Self-taught, but he played for like 35 years.
And he was good at it.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't understand. Were you taught by your father, or were you self-taught?
I was kind of self-taught until I hit a wall. Then I would ask him about it, and
Right.
he would kind of solve whatever problem I had.
Okay.
And
See, I think that shows tremendous initiative.
Certainly
and
does.
oh yeah,
Just
I
my
get it.
opinion.
I love it. And
Thank you.
So by the
Would you
time
like to get a room with him?
I like him. Remember when the boy gave me a ride to the Quench
Yes.
appearance?
I do.
And he was thrown into that like the
It was
first day he was working for
It was
us?
like his initiation,
By
really.
fire.
But I mean,
Yeah.
he had to deal with me at an appearance,
And you were sleepy.
and I was sleepy on the way home, and we had marvelous conversations, and life was good. So I liked the lad right off the bat.
He's
so
a good
anyway,
guy.
but back to his music
Yes,
career.
please, the
So
credentials.
self-taught until he hit a wall, then your dad would help you.
Yeah, and
All right.
so by the time I reached 13, I found an instructor named Michael Bailey. He was
he's very good.
He's a graduate from Berklee College of Music. He won the National Hot Licks competition like in the late 80s.
Okay, how's that? All right, Berklee College of Music. That's a big deal.
There we go.
The music
Hot
circles
Boston.
people.
Hot
Right.
Licks
Yeah, and
Center.
I studied with him, for 6 years.
Wow.
Then after I got into music school in college, I started studying with a guy named Rick Whitehead. He was the lead guitarist for the Air Force Band for 30 years.
Also, a lot of skin conditions.
Just everywhere, covered.
You
So
can't
long.
accept the fact that this lad has put hours and hours and hours into his musical
Do you remember
training.
what you did to me when I was an intern?
Yes, I do.
So when interns come into the
yeah,
studio,
you're particularly cruel.
I just react this way.
You are particularly cruel.
understand.
Because
I
we
enjoy
sent-
Josh as well.
I remember Memorial Day weekend when we sent you down to the Bay Bridge
Yes.
in a bra and green shorts
Right.
and made you scream
And a
at
wig.
the top of
An
your
afro
lungs,
wig.
I am Rob Bay, don't you wish you were me, right?
And also enjoy the traffic.
Enjoy the traffic, everyone.
Right.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, I got
And
on
you still had
television.
that. You still had that Rob Bay delivery. Enjoy the traffic, everybody. Happy Memorial Day.
That's exactly.
I am Rob Bay.
So if you'll forgive me if I'm a little rough on
I
the lad.
understand. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is cool. So we're like, so we're in. You're studying. You go to school for music.
Yes, I do.
Right. Okay.
And when most high school kids are growing up, they go home, they I guess do their homework, hang out with their friends, whatever. I was that kid.
Go to
where-
the mall,
go to
slack,
the mall,
right.
hang out,
snort
buy-
all sorts
Yeah.
of things
pants.
like glue.
Yeah.
Smoke some pot.
Blow.
Yeah,
They
there
do
we
a
go.
lot of
Well,
blow.
Thanks for volunteering that one, Mark.
You're welcome.
Right.
And I was that kid. I would get home from high school. I would practice until my parents would go to bed, and then I would try to put my headphones on so I wouldn't wake them up. And I would practice all night until morning. Where it was time to go to school the next
Wow.
day. I would sleep in school all day, come back, wash, rinse, repeat.
He
I did
totally
that pretty much
digs
through.
music, and he's
Dedicated.
And it's just guitar.
Guitar is my main instrument. I do bass and piano also. As secondary instruments,
Three
but guitar is
instruments.
And a little
Wow.
ukulele
A
because
little
he gave me
ukulele.
some
Very
tips.
impressive.
He,
That's true.
did he teach you, or did he give you tips, or did you take lessons from him?
It was more like an evaluation. Buzz just wanted to see if he was ready for Reno, and so I sent a message on Facebook. I was like, I'd be more than happy to give you my 2 cents. if you
How
wanted
was
to
he
meet
as
up.
a tutor, as a music tutor?
Excellent. A plus. I mean, he was very patient. He taught me some tips and tricks to make playing a little easier.
Take the here's trick number one. Take the guitar pick and put it between two pillows.
That's right.
That's what you should do.
Well, you'll always know where it is.
So where you're here now because you have a fascination with this business, new media, and the way we do this show. That's primarily and you like the content of the show from the radio days,
Yes.
right? So where are you with your music career right now? What are you going to do?
Well, I'm dual majoring. I'm doing music and I'm doing communications. So when I get out, I'm going to either decide to do the radio thing or the music thing. I haven't really picked yet. I'm not ready to join the real world.
Are
so
you
I might do
being-
grad
Yeah,
And
school.
is it George Mason that you're going to?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It would seem to me that with the training and that practice time that you've put in, have you hit any kind of walls musically where you just say to yourself, "Man, this is just." Is that why you're exploring other avenues? Or what?
No, it's not that. It's just
Sorry.
Hey, and he comes in second. I've been remarkably restrained.
I know you have.
I mean, there's a lot of things I could say.
Right. When you hit that wall,
Yeah.
were you traveling down the 4 by La Cienega? No. All right. Go ahead.
Oh man, I totally lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
asking you about where
double major, the double
you got
concentration.
that communications and music major. Do you see yourself realistically? Do you see yourself pursuing a career in media, or do you see yourself? Well, they're related, but or do you see a music career for yourself?
Well, I would still like to pursue music, but the problem with the music industry nowadays is you're so reliant on other people's judgment in order to be successful. I mean, there are tons of amazingly talented people that will never get exposure just because they don't have a double D cup or they're not super connected. They're not.
So there are too many
auto-tuned.
people at
Yeah.
it. But your training, and I think your talent and your training probably has something to do with that. Do you think there's a chance that we could get a little instrumental something somewhere down the road?
Yeah, absolutely. Just give me a heads up.
He's
and
very
I'll
See,
good.
when a guy does
Love
that,
it. Nice.
pow.
He's
Love
very
it.
good.
And if you really think your breast size is holding you back, I'd like to encourage you, bring your girlfriend to any auditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the key.
All right, now
I haven't tried that yet.
And now, I would like a 1 or 2 sentence analysis of every member of our cast.
Oh, this is good.
Let's we'll go right to left. Let's start with Mr. Burbank.
Buzz,
Yes.
you have the most majestic radio voice for as far as like the deep news broadcasting. I admire it a
Some
lot.
CB interference
Thank you,
there.
I don't know what that was.
Very kind.
And I also really dig the fact that you're picking up an instrument and learning
At this advanced age.
Well, yeah, no, I mean you're not elderly, but it's not typical to see someone in their 50s pick up an instrument just
Right.
out of the blue. So
Right.
I really admire that.
Well, thank you, Josh.
Oscar, I don't know you super well.
Someone took
We
my
don't know
"I am
each
a
other.
gay American" key.
What?
Someone's been
screwy.
into this replay.
Oh,
You sure it's not on the
no.
other one?
It's not,
We've been switching
it's-
them back and forth.
No, it's where it is.
Oh,
Like
okay.
number 39.
Oh, it's just missing.
I have that, but I don't have. I am a gay American.
Did Diaz take too much out?
I
Finally,
have no idea.
No,
Does he even
I don't
touch
think
them?
he touched it.
All right.
Wow.
So
It
moving on
evaporated.
to Oscar Santana.
Yes.
I don't know you super well.
No.
I admire what you do radio-wise. I
Appreciate
listen to
it.
the show, listen to Bigo and Dukes.
Thank you.
I can tell you're a hardworking guy. I don't really have much else to say outside of that.
That's good enough for me, my friend.
Rob Spiewak.
Rob, you always make me laugh. I'm supposed to do compliments, right? I'm supposed to go.
You
around
can do whatever
and
you
just-
want. If somebody's pissed you off, let us know that.
Analyze
Say
it.
the truth.
Nobody's pissed me off yet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's honest.
That's
That's being honest. I accept that.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing to say about
yeah,
Rob. Okay.
Join the club.
Let's move over to Mark Ronick,
He's funny.
please.
Mark, you're responsible for hiring me into this internship. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Sometimes I'll text you, and it takes a while for you to get back to me. But
Yeah.
I know it's because you're a busy guy. Mm-hmm. That's it.
I was at that interview too.
Oh yeah, you were there too. Well, but Mark is more than.
Just saying.
Mark's the one that
That's
got back
okay.
to me on
Move along.
Facebook. Okay, moving
Because
along.
you know now you want to talk about Mike.
And last but not
Yes.
least, yours truly.
Mike,
Yes.
it was a blast driving up to Quench. I got the personal Mike O'Mara show 1-on-1 on the way up there and the way back too. The drunken impressions, those were fantastic.
That's right.
I just
Really, you were there? You were at that point?
You live to entertain.
Normally, what I like to do, Rob,
Yeah.
I really like to do my drunken impressions right before I molest the intern.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Oh, yeah, there's all kind of stuff in the swamp. You hear noises at night out here that you don't know what they are, and sometimes you don't want to know what they are. They've got old stories about, they got some, it looked like a bear, it runs on its back legs, like a bear would stand up on his back leg, big hairy creature with one eye, a red eye, and there's a few local people that seen him before. Oh, they just call him one eye, one big red eye. Like at night when they see him with a light, he just got one big red eye. You know, like deer and all that got two eyes. This thing got one eye and it's red. He'll swim across the bayou, but he swims underwater. You know, a bear will swim across the bayou, he swims on top of the water. And this thing goes down and goes underneath the water and come up on the other side. There's a few local people that have heard him. He lets out like yells in the night, like screams in the night. You can hear him from far in the swamp. Yeah, I know grown men that come home and they were white like a ghost. They were so scared. But I hope I never run into him. I might not like the swamp as much as I like it.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Buzz Burbank, Rob Speedway, Oscar Santana. And now, from his couch, here's Mike.
That last tape was from a program director of ours, CK, Chris Kiner.
Was he talking about his latest hire?
Well, he likes to go on vacation down in the swamp, and I don't remember that. I remember that voice now from many meetings with CK.
Yeah. Of course.
And salute to him. He's doing well.
Remember when Chris used to call us into his office and he'd say, "Shoot him, Elizabeth!
Yeah,
Shoot him!"
Oh, Dad, that show mighty controversial. That show was so controversial. I wish you could be more like them sports junkies. Live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios.
But we weren't.
This is the Mike O'Mara Show.
No, and that's why we got put on vacation.
We are downloaded worldwide. You know what? Swamp Talk is just basically baby talk.
Yeah.
We're downloaded worldwide 17.5 million times. And powered by Encore. That great Encore insurance.
Oh, so good.
We tell you about them in a second here. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com. 102.9 FM WTNT in Washington, D.C. there. And the mighty KCJJ in Iowa. We're brought to you by the good people at Encore today.
Love them.
They take care of all your gator problems you got. The people who bring you this show every weeknight, Shad, they on the WTNT 102.9. Even if you already have the life insurance, you might be paying it too much there.
Probably, yeah.
Encore might be able to help you, just as they help Oscar Santana get their insurance time.
Hey, Troy.
If I die, my loved ones get hooked up.
And you don't get into a certain part of the swamp where the gator come low
That's right.
and come up with that big red eye, look you right in between those eyes,
One
Shad.
eye.
Troy, are you a compensated spokesman?
I am a compensated for the Encore insurance.
Right. You insured your boat?
Yeah, they compare the rates to help you. They compare the rates to help you.
That's
save.
nice.
License, they got disclaimer.
Shoot him.
You get to see all the legalese, as I like to say.
Yeah.
With the license and the disclaimer.
Wow, you're leaning very French.
Well,
Troy.
that's that part of the world.
Yeah,
right.
Shoot him, Elizabeth.
In the Louisiana Bayou. Let them know that you appreciate them as much as we do. Encore Insurance Services.
Call 'em.
Shoot him.
That's it. Shoot them. How's everybody? How are
Doing
I?
all right.
I would like to point out, if I can on camera, the body language from Buzz, who arrived late to the studio,
Yes.
and Oscar, who's been having computer issues today.
Yes.
And I'm doing that bit, and Rob's unhinging his jaw, and I don't mind the other guys. Nobody's required to laugh, but I'm looking at Oscar.
Hold it,
who's
wait,
looking-
I'm
this-
not?
This is how Oscar's looking at me.
Yeah. Oscar is sitting
And Buzz is over there going.
I'm
And I'm like, Jesus. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean,
Well, Buzz
what did I do? What did I do wrong? It really
Nothing.
wasn't that good.
no,
Buzz,
it was quite good.
It wasn't
I
that
enjoyed
good.
it.
My
Really,
analysis.
rarely do I get paranoid even looking at you guys or
I'm
wondering
so
what
sorry.
you care. But Jesus,
Here's my
Christ.
Enjoyed it
analysis.
immensely.
Right.
Buzz's least favorite thing in the world is when something that is usual becomes unusual.
Yes.
He's late today.
Yes.
And he's going to be flipped out about that until
What happened
tomorrow.
this
No,
morning,
no, it's
Buzz?
fine. No, it was very tight getting here, but everything's fine.
Well, just tell us what happened.
It's not fine.
Buzz,
nothing
it's not
happened.
fine. You'll be
Nothing
able to
happen.
Oh,
You seem
sure. It's
There was a
stressed
little
out, Buzz.
construction near George Mason University as I was leaving my house, so I got trapped in that, and I was very, very worried that I wouldn't be on time. As it turns out, I was on time. Everything's fine, except I'm very, very cold, and that's why I had my hands clamped together.
Oh, you're chilly?
I am freezing. My fingers and toes.
Somebody
are
turn on the
frozen.
heat for Buzz, please.
Meanwhile, Oscar's sitting here like every program director ever, all defensive and pulling himself. If he could, he'd pull
He
himself
looked
inside
like
out.
CK.
He does.
That's what got him. It was the CK
No,
comment.
it was I
because he
enjoy-
harbors fantasies of going back to work with CK.
That's
someday.
right. That's right. They can go
Those-
together and have forehead
Or
contests.
sexual.
I think
fantasy.
those fantasies are long gone. And
But
two,
they
it
did
had
exist.
It had nothing to do with CK.
Yes.
It had everything to do with when you do that guy.
Yeah.
When you do that
Troy.
accent, that dialect.
That would be the swamp people.
Yes.
Shoot him.
And I was trying to follow along when you're talking about Encore Insurance because
Right.
a guy
because you thought I might be going to
yes,
you
that's it.
for the
when you were
commercial.
going to come to me.
All right, I don't get
Exactly.
paranoid.
Everything's
paranoid.
fine. We enjoyed the bit immensely.
It was a 10, Mike.
And
a
Mike-
Wednesday 10.
It was
I
a
rarely
10.
care what my guys think. You know, I mean,
Personally-
they're here every day, whether they have to be or not. You know.
I didn't like it.
Well, Rob gets
He
excited.
was faking it.
C-.
Rob gets excited because he was waiting to say, shoot him, Elizabeth, shoot him.
No, Rob likes it because he is into the show because his dad's into the show.
Right. Yeah,
Isn't it
right.
your dad's favorite show?
It's my dad's favorite show, and that's his favorite guy on the show, Troy.
And I put his father on the list today because I said we'll talk about for no real rational reason I'm jealous of your father. He put one post up on Facebook.
Me too.
We're back from our little break, but it
Right.
wasn't. You know, my wife referred to it. You know, well, you just went on vacation, and I went. I didn't go on vacation.
No, we went on a business
We
trip.
did our show, and I also taped a DVD, and I also did a Raw series that so there was a microphone there the whole time. And as Rob aptly proved, you know that's effort.
Yes.
And sometimes people
Yeah.
aren't willing to do that.
Right.
Right. When we'd hand you the microphone, and you would go.
I'll fix it in editing.
It'll all be
So-
I
fixed
believe
in
when
editing.
they're editing, when we finish editing the Raw series, I'll look like the most energetic person.
But I have experienced withdrawal from Florida
Sure.
like I've never had
depressing.
before.
Depressing.
It is so depressing.
It has. I
Cold
think
here.
it has to do with the fact that it's cold here. It has
Yes.
to do with the fact that we did it right on the heels of daylight savings.
Yes.
and it also has to do with the fact that no people should have to spend 18 hours in a car together
We're-
twice in a week.
Wherever we
Right.
go, our next road trip for spring break will be, and we're going to do another spring break road trip
Yeah.
because we have to, or we'll kill each other.
Yeah, I think so.
And what we will do is we will wait till we spring forward.
Very
Okay.
good. Very
I think
good.
that's very
After
important.
time
I think
change.
that's terrific.
Makes sense.
There is kind of this climate hangover that you have when you come back from a vacation or somewhere sunny.
Yes.
I think I experienced it for a good year when we got transferred from Arizona to D.C.
Sure.
Because
I'll bet.
Arizona, like where we were in South Florida, is one of these climates where it's just brilliantly
Yes.
clear. It's not just the warmth. Don't get me wrong here, because
Right.
I've been
It's
down
sunny.
there. It is
It's
roughly
cheerful.
280 plus days.
It's green.
a year. It's green and crystal clear
Yeah.
blue skies.
The skies are
most of the
Blue
time.
skies. Now, they're not so much green, more like a light brown because it's the desert.
Right.
But the blue skies,
Yes.
the bright sun,
And
doesn't matter if it's 120 degrees
Right.
or it's dead center 75 and
Yeah.
cool. It's perfect.
And I've come back here and really been logy. I've been out of it. I got plenty of sleep.
Right.
I just don't get it.
I know
don't
the feeling
understand.
well. I know about this climate lag well because across the course of my career, I moved once from San Diego to Chicago, and then another time from now get this, New Orleans to Minneapolis.
Just
That's
because the law was chasing him.
Yeah, well, of course.
Well, when you do what he does,
I know.
Eventually, it is going to catch up with you. That's how it works.
Yeah.
On the program today, I will have my bitch of the day. And
is it Carrie?
Who is she?
No, I'm talking about a complaint.
Oh, okay.
What's your beef, Jay? Now I could do.
All right.
I could do 5 days a week and 20 bitches. But this is one that I've edited.
Take that out of context.
I could do. I've edited my bitches.
20.
I could do 20 bitches.
Yeah.
And here's
how I do.
Here's how I bring bitches to the show.
Okay.
I bring my complaints to the show based on something that'll happen again and again and again and again. And I finally go, what is the deal with that? And it concerns technology.
So it's not an isolated incident. It's something that's a trend.
It is. No, it's something that reared its ugly head down in Florida and has continued to rear its ugly head up here. We dive into Pope hype. I believe that we are going to be recording this show when they have their next little votey vote.
Their announcement?
I'm not sure. You have to do Rome time and Eastern time.
Well, in Rome right now, it's it's in the afternoon.
5 hours ahead.
Yeah, we're going to have the evening. You're absolutely right. When we finish up here, we should know yay or nay.
It's 4 p.m. there right now.
Is it 4 p.m.? So 4:30, I want to think?
I don't know. If they can't even get the color of the smoke
Buzz,
right.
get your computer out.
It's in the evening. Yesterday
and
when I watched...
find out when the next vote will be for the in the papal conclave. Because that should be easily acceptable.
The nightly news last night, they actually showed the black smoke coming out of
they showed it this morning.
Where are they exactly?
They're in the Basilica.
Yeah, but what is it called?
They're in the Sistine Chapel.
So they're in Sistine Chapel. The black smoke came out, and it was night out.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, this morning...
What is that?
This? That's the sound of the black smoke from the show Lost.
Yeah, it is. I was like, I know this.
That's the black smoke?
I recorded this at the Sistine Chapel.
The smoke creature.
Yeah. So what it is this morning, I got into the hype.
Oh, you didn't?
I did, because I woke up this morning.
You
and
are the
first thing,
victim.
I normally TiVo my little Today Show about 8:30. I will turn it on an hour late, and I will watch the opening of that Today Show, because it's the first 15 minutes is the world and what's going on. And I said, I sounded like Arnold there, and what's going on and the thing.
So you turned it on and you saw the disinterested Matt Lauer.
No, I was saying, when I went to bed last night watching the evening news, they said that we may wake up to a new pope in the morning, and that's how they got me. So I woke up,
but that's rare.
I woke up with that on my mind today, and I went. And as soon as the Today Show opens, they go to a shot of the smokestack, which was no accident, because when the smoke came out for the first 5 seconds out of that Sistine Chapel, it was white smoke.
Exactly.
And it's like, and then
This
it
has
immediately
happened.
turned black, and I'm like, well, you're dealing with like straw and smoke.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
how
I
about
think now
just sending a text?
Now they're using chemicals, though.
Yeah, they're
They
using
do.
chemicals.
Yeah.
The very
So am
dandy,
I.
fey British reporter says, in the old days, it was wet straw.
Is he
and
a
now
re-
it's potassium.
Yeah, he's using all the things.
Potassium.
And they showed that, and so apparently Lester Holt, who's over there covering for NBC, was talking about it getting apoplectic because he looked at the thing and went, oh, white smoke, Pope, Pope!
Right. You gotta
and
wait
then it
a
was
minute.
like, nah,
Yeah.
it's black smoke. You gotta wait a minute.
Yeah, you got to wait for
It's
it to
so
warm
typical.
up.
It's like a scratch off.
We're dealing with smoke after all. Next vote is at 2 p.m. this afternoon, so we'll be finished with the show.
Oh,
I think by the
what
time
a
they vote.
shame.
2 p.m. Eastern?
time.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Well, I'll get right to the TV.
That'll be a 7
me
o'clock,
ask-
7 o'clock in Rome, so they'll
Yes.
vote and then they'll watch Friends.
The Italians are the favorites as of last night.
Right.
But I believe it would be nice to have maybe the guy from Brazil be the next pope.
Of course you would.
Why?
He's the young guy, right?
Yeah, he's the younger guy.
I want the Archbishop of, I think it's the Archbishop. I don't think he's L.A. That's the scumbag. He's kind of a cool guy,
Right.
And all I know about the one guy.
Is he too slick, though?
No, that's Dolan. That's the guy from
yeah.
New York. That's
New
like,
York.
hey, I got my Sirius radio show. Jeez.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, how are you?
Yeah, he's on
That's
Sirius.
the guy that goes into his house and,
No, have you heard his
plotting
show?
against the
It's
world.
good. It's on Sirius. It's called Popey and Anthony.
So I don't like him, but there's one Archbishop from the United States, and I'm not sure where.
Oh, it's not an Archbishop. It's an Arch Campbell.
It's
a different guy.
And if Arch becomes Pope, it's like, oh my God,
And he'll wear different hats.
fantastic! Oh, that's great, Sine. Let's go to the Oscars. Sine Simpson and I'll be at the Oscars. This is a great red carpet. Fantastic. And I like Arch. I've been on Arch's show.
Arch is great.
I'll go on Arch's show
He
again
could save
soon.
he could save the church.
Arch has one of the things about Arch does a television show. I don't know when it airs, but I think it's on Channel 7 and News Channel 8 here in Washington D.C. And it amazed me that when you think of television, here's the thing: when you actually go into a television studio, that is amazing how small and tiny, and more importantly, cheap they are. And Arch does a lot just in front of this blue screen that's the size of a curtain.
Right. And they put the stuff behind it.
Here
right?
we are. There's Oscar right in back of me. And I'm not talking about the one on your show. Talking about the gold statue. Arch.
How long has he been on here? Like
80 years.
I was going to say, it's got to be 35 years.
80 years of Arch Campbell.
The first time I saw that gentleman and I got a chance to meet him was, I might have been an intern for WHFS when we used to do these movie screenings. And he would go to them. That's how he saw them. He saw them with everybody else.
Always see Arch with his hat.
Yeah, and I saw a fedora, whatever he wears, and I walked up to him, I said, look, I've been watching you all my life, and he was so kind.
He is very kind.
Very nice
Took
man.
the time to talk to me.
One of the nicest guys in
I
the
must have
world.
looked like a homeless kid in shorts and a radio T-shirt, and that was it.
He has
And now
always
he's going to be Pope.
Always been a friend of mine and a friend of Don's and a friend of our shows, and it really it is not lost on me that Arch is one of the survivors.
Sure.
I mean, you really got to admire the guys that survive, the Jim Vances of this world, the Arch Campbells, really, because there's so many. You notice on local TV that they just sort of slowly push them all.
And they bring in
do.
lots of people that are about 15 inches tall, like Richard Jordan.
is he the guy that works with Angie?
Yeah, actually,
Is he the guy that works with Angie Goff on the weekend?
he sits on Angie's lap and she pulls a string and his mouth moves.
He is like a little boy.
He is.
There's somebody you look at him.
It's
and
like
go,
watching Robert do the NBC News.
that's a little boy. But anyway, that's that, and we have more show to come on the program today. We've gotten into our Pope hype. We'll also talk about my online moment of the day. Rob goes to puppy school and a medical procedure in my future.
That's fantastic.
We talked a little bit about this, I think, on Raw. Talk more about it now. I'm sacrificing myself for the show. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, if you're serious about losing your weight, and there was a story today about people that go online and actually do it for money.
Yes.
And how that motivates them. If you don't need the money to get motivated, and a lot of people should lose weight for their health and not their money, we recommend Weight Not, because really, Weight Not can give you results fast, and that is the most driving force in this program. Rob lost 100 pounds with Weight Not, and he's challenging you to do the same.
I had a
Weight
great
Not's-
moment last night.
You do? Go right ahead.
I want to jump in and tell you this.
Go,
because
jump right in.
When we were at the puppy school, and they said, it's time we got to get down and meet our dogs.
We're going to be talking about your puppy school shortly.
He said, does anyone here have knee problems? You know what? About a year and a half ago, I would have said, yeah, my knees hurt all the time. But
Did they really? I didn't even know that.
Because when
You're a
weigh-
young guy, too.
Well, yeah, and that's really kind of
the
sad.
weight,
But
yeah.
when you're 40 and you weigh 100 pounds too much, your knees are not designed for that. And my knees would hurt.
I thought it was because you'd never done a leg press.
There's also that, Mike. Also, they bent 30 degrees in the other direction, which I always thought was weird.
That's why you got the nickname on the playground, Gumby.
That's me. That's right. But my knees no longer hurt. I feel better each and every day. It's not just that I'm healthier and I'm beautiful.
Right.
The fact is, I feel better all the time, and that's thanks to Weight Not.
Call 855-WAIT-NOT. That's 855-934-4486. Or visit WeightNot.com. Weight Not, show us what you are made of. And because Weight Not works fast, it's a better value than programs taking much longer. It's a healthy food and no packaged meals and no shakes. Now, back to the program today. We can get right to it if you wish. We can wait. I'd like to wait.
On what?
All right.
On my medical procedure.
I think it would be great. It's the elephant in the room. I think we should discuss
jump
it.
right in.
Can I just
Cannonball.
give you my bitch of the day, just to get it out of the way?
Sure.
We started this down in Florida, and then we'll get to my medical procedure. It's nothing serious, folks. So
Thank
don't worry.
Christ, Mike.
It might just be described as cosmetic.
Yeah, I think so.
But I'm not having a facelift. Down in Florida,
Of
and then
course
back
you're
here,
not.
to the Apple Corporation.
Oh, yes.
Is there a reason why your charging cords for all of your devices are 3 inches long? Is there a reason why? I mean, I believe a charging cord should have length. And they are all, what are they, 3 feet?
Yeah, about that or a little
it all
less,
depends.
maybe. A little
They're
less.
Irish? Yeah, they're Irish charging cords.
I would say 3
Am
feet.
I the only one that is
Fair.
frustrated by this? You go into my kitchen table, which is now my office.
Yes. Right.
And you'll see that I have an AirBook
Right.
with a charger. I have an iPad with a charger, and I have an iPhone with a charger. And they are all straining because I have my kitchen table about 2.5 feet from the wall.
They work great if you have them at like a proper desk.
But it's not a proper. I need more cord.
I know you need
Why?
more.
You do.
What
You
is
need
it?
more cord.
Well, not just me. Probably a lot of people.
Well, I don't know. You probably don't know this, and you probably threw away the box already.
Oh God, what did I forget?
So-
Now here's the portion of the program where Oscar calls Mike the idiot when it comes.
No,
to
I don't think most people
technology.
think about this.
What?
That when you buy your MacBook Air, in the box there's a cord that extends your actual proper charging cord. That gives you another 6 feet if you want it, and it's inside the box. And all you have to do
Where
is
is it
clamp that on.
inside? It is not.
As a matter
is.
of fact, I remember because
It's
when I
white.
saw it for Carrie's, I said, "What is
Yeah,
this?"
that cord comes. That's about
it right there.
That might be 6 feet right there.
So, and that's
Where the hell did that go? I didn't have
And
that
that-
in my box.
Well, you know what? I have an extra one here that you can have.
there you
Really?
go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for
So-
that's for the computer.
One
Right.
down.
That's
helps.
for this. That's
One-
for the computer.
one
What about
down.
the phone?
So
You're-
the
you're
the
gonna
phone
need an
can
extension
the phone
cord.
can charge off the computer.
That's true.
Yeah, you
that's
could
the
also do
easiest
that.
way.
Yeah, that's right.
Or
Yeah.
you could get an extension cord, but the computer's the better way to go.
Yeah, but what about the iPad?
well, the iPad you could take the iPad charger and add that extender to it and have another 6 feet if you'd like. Done, and done.
And there you are.
Sorry. User error.
No.
You. Mike O'Mara. Fail.
Stop it! You're not helping.
But the 6-foot cord say, wait a minute, what if I don't have this computer? What if I just have the iPad
Right,
and I have
right.
the iPhone?
You would buy the extension.
you buy, yes, there it is. You would buy an extension cord.
Any standard extension
How
cord.
many phones that you've bought in the past, let's say 20 years, have had a large, long cord that you could plug your phone into and charge with?
I have an answer for that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Don't you remember, Mike, your first flip phone? It came with 50 yards of cable.
I am getting the distinct vibe here that I am the only one that has this complaint.
You're the only one.
Why,
Yeah.
Now, why, Buzz? Why are you saying that?
Well, I think-
I know
I
the way
think
your
Rob-
house is
no,
organized.
no, I think-
everything goes next to the outlet. Perfectly.
I think
when
Rob nailed it. Most of us use a desk. You're in an unusual situation where you're using a kitchen table, and so you need more length.
I
You, Mike
can't
O'Mara,
help it. I can't
need
help it,
more
but
length.
I have to utilize extra space. in
Well,
my
I
house.
think an extension cord solves all your problems.
Really?
What if we took
Standard.
a power strip
$1.69
and hung it in an unobtrusive way on
Now,
one of the legs of the table?
You're not being serious
I
at all.
am.
And
He
that's
is
not,
being serious.
What?
You could put a power strip on your table.
Or
What,
you could
drill it into the table leg?
no,
Put it up with
How
Velcro.
about underneath the table? You won't even see it.
that is a
works.
great
That's
idea.
a very
Yeah.
good idea.
Kind of like that.
You like that, right?
Yeah, I might do that myself.
Just
watch-
that might be a project today.
Make sure that the screws don't go up through the top of the table.
I love Velcro.
Velcro is great. I have a huge USB hub that I have
do.
attached with
You'll need
Velcro on my
heavy duty.
Do you know I'll be
Get
sitting
the
there
good stuff.
on the drive back when I was wearing one of my hats, one of my many hats that I wear.
You mean-
God knows I wear a lot of hats on
You
this
mean like
show.
a professional hat?
I'll sit there and I'll put my hands in the back of my head and I'll play with the little Velcro.
That's
Oh,
good.
on the
I'll
back
just
strap
I'll,
of
I'll,
the hat.
I'll
yeah.
peel it off and put it back on.
That's-
I'll peel it
that's
off.
good,
and then
Charlie.
I'll drive I'll drive my fingernails into it. I'll drive my fingernails.
feels so
into it.
good.
It's good for
Oh,
clean-
it feels amazing.
Yeah.
cleans your nails,
Only if
yeah.
your fingernails are like really nicely trimmed. You
Right.
have to
Yeah.
have if you have long fingernails, you're not going to get the rush. But
Right.
if they're and I don't cut them. I'll show you my fingernails.
It massages your
They're
cuticle.
not ridiculously
Except for
short,
that
but I keep
coat
them
nail.
close. What's my coat nail? Hey, Magic Suey. All right.
One
What
nail.
you need, Mike, the Velcro you need is the kind of Velcro you get when you put your speed pass on your windshield. It's got to
Heavy
be that
duty
really
stuff.
nuclear-powered Velcro.
Right.
I feel like this is a Monty Python. And where would I purchase something like that?
Oh, you know where you're going to have to go?
Where?
Michael's.
Really, the craft
No,
store?
you
Yes.
go-
Or Ace-
Oh, you're a homo.
True
Ace
val-
Hardware
true
or-
value.
Not that there's
Hold
anything
it.
wrong
Hold
with
it.
that. Not that
Hold
there's
it.
anything wrong. The fact that
You ask me a question.
Yes.
I give you an answer.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, I prefer the company of men.
All of
well,
a sudden.
you know, Michael's.
They
Can't
have
you-
it. I bought it there.
Why can't I get it down at my hardware store?
You can.
You can.
You can.
You
I don't wanna go-
absolutely can.
I hope you go to the hardware store and it isn't there.
Do you ever go to a hardware store?
I have gone
Not
to
when
one.
you can go to Michael's.
I went to a hardware store and immediately bug out in hives. What is this? It's so dusty.
Well, they have all the scrapbooking he needs, all the
right.
letters and numbers.
Make fun of my decoupage.
Plastic
You're going to
flowers.
hate your birthday
What
gift.
do you? How do you know the store Michael's?
Because it is.
I will tell you this. Just say Michael's for. I don't know if is it a national chain? I think
It is.
It is a
So
national chain.
Michael's Michael's is a craft store. I know that because I've been in there probably in my life five times.
5 times you were gay.
No, I've gone in with my lady friends.
Yes.
Oh,
I hate it.
that's creepy.
I hate it with every fiber of my being.
It's a necessary business.
I hate that
it's close.
store. Now wait, are you two?
Well,
here we go. Here we go.
I've been to
Give
Michael's.
an example.
Let's let Rob and Buzz team up. The boys that never
been to
threw a
Michael's.
ball.
Listen, all I'm saying, no, I shop. I would prefer to shop at a hardware store, but when you need fake marijuana for a live stage show, as I did once, you go to Michael's, you buy some Spanish moss, some Easter grass, you mix it together, boom. Where else are you going to go to get that? Where?
Michael's is very close to my home.
You think you're fooling everybody, don't you? Huh?
And also,
you've been there before, pal.
It was artificial.
You've been there before, not just to get your
They've
fake
got some
marijuana.
great
It was
frames
mostly
there.
artificial.
They got great frames.
Frames.
You
Frames.
too?
Picture frames.
It is great
Sure.
for frames. I've had framing done there, as
Yeah,
a matter
right.
of fact, like professional framing. Julia gets stuff there for craft work.
I've
And as
taken
I
my
said,
daughters there.
It's close to my house. And also, I had to buy dowel rods there once.
What's a dowel rod?
It's a stick.
Stupid.
It's a sophisticated stick.
It's a stick.
Well,
It's
why
a
don't you
wooden
just
stick.
Because it's called a dowel rod.
What do you need a dowel rod for?
I was fixing table leaves. What's a table leaf?
What's a table leaf?
Exactly.
I really don't know.
A table leaf is the thing that goes in a table to make it longer. When you pull a table open,
Yeah.
it's like an extra board that goes in there.
Okay.
But the
To make
dowel
it bigger.
rod actually serves as a peg because they sort
goes
of fit
inside.
Right. Otherwise, it'll be
I
it'll
know.
be
I've done that
loosey-goosey.
before.
Yeah.
Rob takes the dowel rods and he goes down into his studio.
Do you have any dowel
where,
rods?
Where he puts on that giant afro wig that he has, right? And he paints landscapes.
I do.
And how does that sound?
Happy little clouds.
Who's that guy?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, who's long since dead, but he's
The
the guy
late Bob Ross,
used
yeah.
to be on TV going, yeah, there you go.
Look
That's
at these
real nice.
trees.
Take a look at that.
Let's make
These
it happy.
trees. These
Mark,
trees
you know
are
this
great.
guy?
Pretty little trees.
Yeah, nice.
Wasn't he Saturday morning? Or
Yes,
And,
he
you know,
was.
and the thing is all of his paintings were always the same. It was a lake, 10 trees, and sky. And
Yep.
it took a half hour every time. Happy little trees.
And it was fascinating.
It
though.
was.
I'm going to take my sponge right now, and my sponge is going to make my little leaves here. There we go, right here. Yes, sir. and afterwards, I'm going to tell you where you can get your pants at
Yeah.
Michael's.
Michael's.
Maybe
Craft.
that's why Mark found it fascinating.
Michael's Crafts are there. Well, anyway, I know you guys think it's easy, but I don't think it's easy. And I think that the cord situation, I would ask for one more foot. One more foot from the
That's
Apple
not asking
Corporation.
too much. That's
Again,
not asking
I've
too
had this.
much.
They're
the only-
inadequately short. The regular charger cords that come with the device are inadequately short.
I agree with you, and I've had this problem. That's why I know the solutions. That's why I've gone out of my way to figure out what I'm going to do.
But your solutions usually will involve
A second purchase.
purchasing something
You
else,
could also-
which are all the solutions
You
that
could-
are involved with Apple.
You could also buy what you would say the proprietary or a knockoff extension to your actual charger, which would give you your little white wire that you get from Apple, double the size, looks just like it, but it's not made by Apple.
I'm also
Has
of the
a pair
belief,
on it.
Now
Yeah.
you can all shoot me
Right.
down with this one too. I'm also of the belief that when you buy the knockoff charging units,
Yes.
that they might not charge quite as well.
That's a good possibility.
And you know what
Yeah,
I don't like?
sometimes that's true.
I have a couple of ones for the car that when I plug in, they charge just fine, but the phone says Apple does not support this
Right.
product.
It's a crapshoot.
And
Oh,
that's a
that's-
crapshoot. But it still works, but it makes
Right.
it hurts my feelings.
Yeah, it does. I feel the same way.
We have discussed the
Thank you,
worst
Buzz.
You're
part
welcome.
of the
Anytime.
iPhone 5.
This is white people. These are white people problems.
And
This
white
is-
cord problems.
This is true. But the iPhone 5, notoriously a short battery life.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Mark
Flies.
hit me to a charger that was, you get the iPhone and then you get a device that is not only a case, but it is a charger.
External
and
battery,
that
right.
one, we should warn people about that one.
Yeah, I know you're having a lot of problems.
You
with
liked
it.
yours?
I'm not having as many problems, but I've seen the
I don't even
problems
use it
happen with
anymore.
yours. Yeah, it often has that same message that Rob was
Okay.
just referring
Do you
to.
remember what the unit was called?
Max
didn't-
Boost.
Max
Max
Boost.
Boost.
That's
I
it.
did
Hey,
not
man.
like mine, and you've got to pay $80 for these things
Right.
to help you, and then Apple just screams at you the whole time. Your phone says does not support
And also
this
you
device.
spend
and
more-
I'm not just complaining like, oh my life is horrible. I'm just giving you standard
Right.
technological bitches that
Heads
people
up.
should
And you
be
spend
aware of.
most of the trip in Florida with it out of your Max Boost because doesn't it prevent you from plugging into stuff? It's,
Right,
it's,
right,
yeah, it's
right.
bad
Right.
design.
because the Max Boost has another nipple to go into the little thingy.
Yeah.
And that is, and because it doesn't sync up with everything. It
Mophie.
sucks.
Mophie is finally out with a case for the 5.
That's right.
that
For
charges
$85.
Oh, I know. So if you want to spend another $85, there might be a better one out there.
You want to
Kick
talk?
rocks.
I mean, really? What's
Yeah.
that?
I said you kick rocks. You wouldn't want to spend that money
Exactly.
again. That's
I don't wanna-
$160 dollars.
I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, but Michael's has Velcro.
And I don't want to go to the doctor today either.
Oh, no.
But I have
all
to.
you were doing, it was a spin zone. We
take-
didn't even get to it.
Take a break. I'll talk about it in the next hour. Thank you very much.
love this song.
He gave him a look.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
He's giving him another look.
This segment of the program is brought to you by ScoreBig.com. There's nothing like seeing your Washington Capitals lose 4-0.
That's right.
With your Score Big tickets. Look, we have a hockey team that really sucks ass.
We do.
And they're not the worst, but they're second to worst in the
bad.
NHL. And I watched them again last night. They're really driving their fan base away right now because they suck. But I still would like to go to a game, but I don't want to pay full price tickets. So I'm going to go to Score Big to get up to 60%. And I got news for you. Washington Capitals fans,
Yes.
that 60% is just around the corner for the Washington Capitals sellouts.
Yeah.
Okay? The bottom line
And they're
is...
also playing it effectively 60%, aren't they?
You know, when you see a game is sold out, and when you have a team like the Boston Red Sox that uses sellouts in their marketing, many times the venues are not legitimately sold out.
Right.
Score Big knows how to deal with this, and they can get you phenomenal deals on these tickets. Every ticket on ScoreBig.com is below box office price guaranteed, and there are never any fees. No matter what you want to see, go to ScoreBig.com, enter the code TMOS, and if you're doing it for the first time, you're going to get an extra $30 off your purchase price, which
Perfect.
I think is a great deal. That is on top of your up to 60% savings. Stop waiting for your money. Go to Score Big right now and use the code TMOS.
Nice. So,
That's what you'll
what
do.
are you doing after the show today?
I'm getting skin tags taken from under my arms.
Oh, you just rip that Band-Aid off, huh?
Nice.
I'm so sexy. I'm so sexy. I'm a sexy man. Sexy, sexy,
Now
sexy man. Sexy man.
Are we putting this on eBay?
No.
Removed?
No, it's
How long have your little friends been around?
it's
Hanging
been a
around.
lifetime.
No.
Well, no, I've had them since I was in my 20s.
Have you ever had them removed before?
Yes, once.
Yeah, it's not
from
bad.
that guy that I asked you about.
Oh, that's right.
You're a dermatologist,
I think, you know what? I've had it done before, Mike. It's usually a result of friction.
right?
And
do they
rubbing.
grow back?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
know
yes,
that.
they do.
can,
New
yeah.
ones appear. Sure.
Yeah, all the time.
And there's certain people that have. Is it the epidermis or the? It's a weak epidermal layer that causes the
It allows
skin
it to, almost like a tire.
Yeah, it's a tire, and or like if you have a cloth shirt that frays a little bit,
Yes,
it's
exactly.
your skin
Pilling.
fraying.
Pilling, yes.
That is so gross.
It is. Thank you.
Mike is pilling.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Thank you. You had to say that. Thank you.
I
really
the way you
appreciate it.
described
I
it.
hope you get them someday.
I
Yeah,
probably
he will. He will.
I think your people don't necessarily get them.
What does that mean?
I think you're a heartier stock.
Oh my God.
You know, it's from, I think it's from playing the pan flute up in the Andes. You
No,
don't
no,
necessarily
no.
have the.
But his will be beautiful and tan. They'll look like raisins.
So I go there and they say, bring your insurance card, which is always the case. And I find out immediately that, hey, not one nickel is covered by
Of
insurance.
course,
I'm like,
naturally.
The insurance that I pay a fortune a month for really nothing.
That's right.
Did
No,
the-
no
just
results.
to have it.
I'm in
you
that
know?
club. Sure.
Yeah.
Did the
It's terrible.
conversation go like this? We'll need you to bring your insurance card. And you say, why? Do you accept my insurance? And they say, no, we just need a good laugh.
They said normally this is the consult, but we'll hack a few off today, and then we'll take the rest of
It's
them
like,
off.
it's
I
a
have like
simple
400 of
procedure.
them.
It's a simple procedure.
No, I know.
They use a belt
How many
sander,
do you think
don't
you
they?
have?
You have to pay
Huh?
per tag, I think.
How many do you think you have? Unless
You
you go
do.
to Costco.
You have to pay per
Really?
tag. Yes.
It's like a hole punch.
This is a
Yes,
guess.
it's like $200, and they take a whole bunch of them off.
Oh, you buy a group. What does
You
a
get a
group
group
get you? How many do you
discount?
think you're rocking
A
right
fleet
now?
discount?
Well, they're not. They're not. They took off. I had like 3 big ones.
How big?
They look like Groucho Marx's face.
Nice.
Wow,
No.
that is large.
So, now,
And then I have a lot of little bumpies under there that are super tiny.
And they're gonna
But
get-
I mean, there are lots of them.
And you know what? They're coming. They're
Yeah,
coming.
yeah,
The
yeah.
little ones will grow.
That's right. So I have to deal with this.
do you get the Luray?
Thank you. Who wants to sleep with me?
Do you get the Luray Cavern special?
Hey, you mean
It's
to
Mike
take the
the-
stalactites?
Some of them are
Out from
stalactites
under-
and some are stalagmites.
Yeah.
Are they on both sides of your
You
arm?
bet your ass they are.
Oh, wow.
This arm,
Sexy.
smaller, but more of them.
The left,
And
right
this
arm.
arm had this arm had like the extra penis.
If you yell under his arm, there's an echo, and a lot of people are getting married there now.
Also, the
I
temperature
am a
under his
sexy
arm.
man.
The temperature under his arm stays 58 degrees
It's
year
perfect.
round. It's,
Hey,
doesn't
how
change.
are you?
Why the big push now? Warm
the
weather's
big
around
push,
the corner.
warm weather's around the corner, and I just didn't want to be. There we go. Hey, ladies, how you doing? Nice to see you. My name's Mike, and Oh, I'm so tired. I'm wearing a tank top. Oh my god.
Have you thought about it to make it more cost effective? Why not, Mike, embrace the skin tag and have them pierced?
Jewelry.
Thank you.
That would be
That's
hilarious.
terrific.
It's perfect.
That could go viral.
So I go in.
It probably would.
I go in today, and it's a terrific day. They go to work on them,
But they don't sand them.
and it hurts like hell.
Do they cut
I
them?
dealt with this. I was glad that it was 60 degrees last week in Florida because they snip them, and then they cauterize them.
Right.
And so that is not a pleasant.
You never get
I'm
used
still
to the
a little
smell.
sore. Huh?
You never get used to the smell.
Yeah, because I said to I said to the office that a wonderful office of it's a female dermatologist who dropped in to see me. The nurse practitioner
Takes care of the business.
She was the lady that took care of the business,
Right. Yeah.
and it is a delightful practice of young African American women.
Right.
And she came in, and when she was taking the first one, I smelled smoke.
Right. Yes.
And I
Burning
suddenly
flesh.
said, that reminds me of an old, and this is where, when you're paranoid about racial harmony, you'll say something and then you realize you have to qualify it.
Wish you
so
could take it back
spontaneously, but it was totally innocent.
Right.
It was totally spontaneous. And I said, that reminds me of the old Bill Cosby bit. And then I realized maybe she thought I was saying Bill Cosby because she was African American.
Oh, my God.
And
That
I
reminds
said-
me of the Bill Cosby.
and it's Bill Cosby when he's in the dentist, and he says, "And you see and smell smoke,
Right.
You see, you see." And I'm doing that. Well, they both start cracking up.
Oh, good.
They start laughing.
A huge
and
relief.
Before I had that procedure done, the negotiation takes place. And the negotiation was, we normally don't do this. We'll do some today. And then if you want to come back, this is what it's going to cost.
You bought the
this is-
season pass?
Well, I don't think I'm going to be finished after this. I think it's going to be two
Did they-
visits.
did they ever use
Because I want them all gone. I
Can
want
I
them all
see?
gone. No, you cannot
Come
see.
on.
No, you can. No, my
Off
limits-
camera.
No, off
Just so I
camera.
can describe
no,
to the
I'm
audience.
Not.
A
you
first-hand
know what?
account.
I will show you when it's all when my skin is baby
it's
ass
pure.
smooth. When everything is
Right
fine
now,
with that.
but until that time, it looks like he's smuggling Tic Tacs.
you're having a good time. You
Hey,
are
'cause I've been
loving-
there.
you-
I've been
Oh,
there.
yeah.
You've had them also.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure, me too. Yeah.
Oh, you have too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know you guys have all had
Yeah,
them.
the underarm thing. I think it's pretty normal. Right?
Hey, Pony Boy, you ever have them? No, of course not.
No.
wait.
Where do they
You
come
wait,
up?
Mark's never had them.
No, I've never had
No,
them.
because it's.
I think it's when you're
too young.
older, right?
Huh?
When you're older.
No, I think it's age and weight.
I think it has to
I think
do
it's
with
an issue
heft.
of it's an it's an issue of friction.
Yeah, it is. It truly is.
It's an issue of friction. But I knew a guy in Annapolis that had them on his face.
Oh.
We knew
Oh,
Mike.
Now, can that-
Mike,
can
we
you-
knew
how
a
do you
guy
get 'em
in-
on your face? Do
We
you-
knew a guy in Fairfax who had him on his face.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's sad.
Our
That's
general
true.
manager.
Oh, that's right.
Don't you remember?
We used to make fun of Ken Stevens and his skin tags on
I
his
remember
face.
sitting in meetings with him and just thinking, "Oh my God, how does he not pick that?"
If,
fight?
if I had nail clippers.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing. I thought because they're located under my arms that these are a result of friction.
Right.
Of going back and
I
forth.
think it has to do with that, but I think what you
And everybody
also
that
mentioned-
knows that sees me walk down the street, I walk somewhat like a penguin. I keep my arms very close to my body, and I'm going forward, backwards,
But
forward,
you also
backwards.
mentioned that it's like what on a tire, it's called an aneurysm, right? When the
Right.
when it just
Yes.
it gets weak and it bubbles out. I think it has to do with weak dermal layer, Mike.
It must be. That must be it.
So,
Mike!
But I do know
Penguin
people.
has fallen.
But my question is, because of that, people that would have them on their face, if they're not like a birthmark or something like that, would that be because of constant rubbing of the face?
Could be.
Could be.
The
I never thought about that.
face!
That's it.
And face. That's what were you going to ask?
I guess, Carla's a lovely woman. She's
a trooper.
Yeah, you guys have been together for a long time.
Yes.
Is it when you guys were first dating? Is it something you had and you were hiding? Because I would hide something like that.
No, because they really is.
They're
much,
little guys?
They're little
Yeah, they're
guys, and it's located. Unless someone wants to put their face into your armpit, you're not
Okay.
going to be
Has
overwhelmed
she-
by them. There was one particular one that that looked like a diving board, and that was the one that I said, "Hey, hack that one off," and that's the one that still kind of hurts.
When they're
they,
big- when
they
they're-
had to do major
too bad.
surgery,
Right.
When
to
they're
get rid
big
of
enough
it.
to have a personality,
Yes.
they should leave. But has Carla ever brought them up?
No, not really. I don't think
Good.
so.
That's nice.
She's
that's
good.
so nice.
Well, such a
I don't
nice
know
girl.
if she's. She's look at me. I mean, she deals with me.
Yeah.
If it was all about appearance, I mean, she'd be moving on down the highway.
And it's a very effective way,
Yeah.
Mike, to lose weight.
But but it's a little. I said I had them done the Wednesday before we went to Florida, and because this is the way I live my life. I was like, I better get those done before I'm going to jump in them. And then I realized for a week you're not going to get into a pool of any kind or in the ocean or anything like that. And I said, so these will heal in a couple of days, and I got the little chuckle.
Right.
It's like I always seem to think that my body is like Charlie Stewang Stabalak that has superhuman powers.
Just regenerate.
Yeah, it'll regenerate.
Of doing that, and it's a little bit painful, and not because of taking them off as much as the cauterization they do when they
cauterization is
it's like
burning,
a soldering.
correct?
It's like a little soldering.
Do you
gun.
remember in
I
Raiders
don't
of the
look.
Lost
I didn't
Ark?
look when they were doing it.
In Raiders of the Lost Ark, when the Nazi pulled the fire poker out and it was glowing red, it's essentially that. They burn it closed.
But it's not that big.
It's a
deal.
laser.
Well, and
I
also
imagine.
the doctor's not a Nazi.
Yeah, and it's the nurse practitioner.
Well, all
And
bets are off.
Isn't that where we've gone in our society?
Sure.
I mean, it's like you have the people that what do doctors do now? I mean, if
Well,
they're
they-
not going to come in and do the actual clipping, it's
They
frustrates me.
They're
Right.
kind
Some
of
do,
admin. They
some
just
don't.
tell people they give people the task. You gotta do this.
I thought for a while that you could freeze them off, and they informed me that that's not an effective way of getting. You have to cut them off.
Would you buy a kit at like the drugstore?
What I did was
Like a wart kit?
Have you seen? It's not a wart.
Because
you
I know
had to
that.
mention that word. Why did you have to mention
because
the wart
when you
word?
mention freezing,
wart,
I think of the
It's
compound
not
W kit.
I don't have warts.
Compound W.
This is not
W
no.
stands for wart.
I do know of people who remove them with toenail clippers. And
Oh,
do their own
yeah, I've heard people do
Oh
that.
my God!
Have you done that?
You'll want to? No, I have not.
Oh, but can you think of anything dirtier?
I would imagine that would be phenomenally filthy.
I mean, it's
we do
got all
not
your
recommend this.
toe
Really?
junk.
It
I've
may
heard
not be
people do that.
sterile.
Have you heard of people like getting infected when they do that?
No, I've never. No, these people were careful.
Well, you're not careful
It's
if you're using
gotta
a
be
toenail
painful.
clipper.
Well, no, they
Unless
like
you-
They clean it. I'm
like
sure they
to-
clean it.
They
It's smart
use
to-
alcohol and those kinds of things and pressure to stop the bleeding.
And who would you know that did this?
Well, I'd rather not expose them without their permission. But I know too. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, this is Eric Ronick from Black Gold.
Okay, that's one of them.
RJ might have done it in the car on the way to Florida.
And there's the other.
You better believe he's got them.
Oh my God!
I guarantee you.
But it feels like it's something that's so natural that you've only had them maintained twice in your life.
Yeah, I mean, I've only gotten them removed twice in my life, and this is the second time. I mean, that you can go for a long time, but you just get to a point where you just go, I don't like looking at that.
You don't have to have them removed. The removal really is for cosmetic. It makes you feel better.
Well,
having
yeah,
them
and
gone.
it's, yeah,
Also,
it's just
how
that-
many-
It's not like they're getting caught on my sweater.
I was going to say, how many garments have you ruined? Another pull.
I haven't. But then they say you got to use this salve to put on them.
Yeah, great.
And you're supposed to cover them up. I didn't do that.
Well, of course not.
I used the
And
salve
why would you?
Because I don't like putting bandages under my arms because you got
I would have
hair.
helped you. We
you
were
got
in Florida.
hair there.
We
you
were
know.
in Florida. I would have helped you.
Yeah.
Little
Rob,
gauze.
come into the master bedroom. So today, they gave me a number as to how many they're going to take off. You ready for the number?
Can we get a timpani, please?
Yeah. Okay.
I can't wait.
And I'm going to give you. I told you they're
Can we
little.
guess?
I'm gonna
They're little.
throw up.
No, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because
God!
wait till
You know how many they do?
This
for-
number's going to be.
I'm not telling you that I'm having this many taken off. I'm going to tell you how many they take off for
I'm writing down a
for
number.
$200. How many How many they can snip off for $200?
I'm going to say the high-low number is 12.
Okay, you are too low.
Oh,
Oh my God! Really? You're
really?
getting such a deal.
Yeah,
20?
20.
Hey!
20 little bumps.
And now,
Yeah.
and I understand why you wanted me to bring you a box of hamburger helper.
That's nice. That is really, really nice. So there
God.
you go. For all the people that have weak
Thank you for
skin
sharing that.
tissue,
The
that-
dogs eat well tonight.
that's it. No, they're going to put them away. And
I've
never to
gotten
be-
a little scrape today.
never
Do
to
they
be
know you're a
seen.
celebrity?
I think I always promote the show.
Yeah.
And especially
Celebrity skin tags.
But what's amazing is it's just another medical procedure
burgeoning market.
where I'm going in with my credit card. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying
Sucks.
to keep my head above water, and nothing's covered anymore. I mean,
You
what
could
the
use
hell?
the credit card probably to remove them. Just a nice quick scrape.
Scraping.
Yeah.
How many did you have?
I think 3.
3. Did you have them taken off?
I did. One of them was quite large, like that. I thought it had to have been a mole.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
How large was it?
It was, I would say, not quite jelly bean size, But
Oh, that's large.
See,
Skin
mine
tags
is
go.
my biggest one was smaller than a
Like a
rice,
Tic Tac?
a
A Tic
rice,
Tac.
a grain of rice.
okay,
that's not bad.
this
Right.
one I would have to say probably Tic Tac size.
Tic Tac size.
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
It hurt when it came off. It was annoying. It was
How did
here.
they take it? How did they take it off?
They tied a string to the doorknob.
Did they give you? Did they give you any local anesthetic?
I think it was one of those sadistic doctors that said you're going to want to take some Advil before you come to the appointment.
That
yeah.
can be right. That'd promote bleeding.
Well, I mean, something. Yeah, I don't know.
Tylenol, maybe.
How long ago was it?
I was married.
Was this your doctor in McLean?
No, it wasn't him. It was
dermatologist?
another guy.
Okay.
It was another guy. But it was after I was married. So
Oh,
probably
what I wanted to mention was you've seen this on. They're not infomercials, but they run them late at night. And
Right.
have you seen Tag Away, where it's that product that you're supposed to
Yep.
put on there?
Oh,
so
I've not seen
you
this.
know me.
You
know
bought
me
it?
because I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to go to a doctor if I don't
Sure,
have to.
right,
It's
right.
embarrassing.
and it
I
removes
covered.
skin tags and it turns your entire house into an antenna, right?
It's terrible.
Yes.
I don't want to do sit-ups. I'll just get a machine that'll do them for me.
Well, you don't want it. Now that's not. Now don't work laziness into this, you little son of a bitch. So I go
And he
in.
got his money back on that machine, so face.
So I see this product and I said, I'll try this. And they said, it'll naturally, you put them on just like that and they'll naturally go away. So the two things they don't tell you about this product. If you're thinking about investing in this tag away stuff, it is, what did they say? It is, I might be wrong about this, so let me qualify it.
Okay.
If I'm giving you misinformation here, I apologize.
Look
I'm doing
into
it.
it as
I'm
we
doing
speak.
it from memory, but make sure you read the fine print on this.
Okay.
It is daily applications, and I think it's for 3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Daily.
Who
So
has the
42
time?
applications?
Yeah, I mean daily, and then they will. And when you put this stuff on, yes, it is herbal.
Yeah.
Because your entire house smells like somebody's lighting the worst kind of incense you've ever smelled.
Oh, that's not good.
And that's under your arm if you're doing it. In my case, and so
Wow.
I mean, it was
Right.
just that lasted 24 hours,
And
and
did
then I put
Carl-
them in the juicer.
Did Carla Carla mention that to you?
Oh, you got to get your juucer today, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to pick it up today.
Yeah, please.
Taking
Thank
too much real estate up on the
and
on the counter.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where he's going to put the tags.
He needs the outlets.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I finally said enough of this. You know, it's not anything there. You just get tired of dealing with it.
Sure.
You
Buy
get
one,
tired
get
of it.
one
annoying.
free.
And I've
It's
had them since I was a skinny guy. So
Right.
I mean, it's just like I think it's a. But I don't know. Have you looked it up as far as what the medical reason is for this?
No,
Is it-
let's do that.
You know, because in many cases, I think you're predisposed.
I think
to
it's
have this
natural.
based on. Well, I think it could be size.
Do you think it also has to do with hair?
But there's skinny people that have a lot of them.
Because if we both had them in our armpits and that's a place for hair, maybe the hair weakens the dermal
I think
layer.
we're not looking at the real reason if we're thinking
Maybe
about
it's the
hair.
moisture.
We're looking at the friction is the primary.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I
it's
don't know whether
caused
that's true or not.
Caused primarily by donuts.
All I know is I'm looking at Josh and Ponyboy over here, and they really do look like they look like they're going to throw up.
Yeah, or kiss each other.
Yeah. And,
Rob nailed it. It's irritation and specifically skin against skin, and that's why it happens eyelids, armpits, under the breasts.
Oh,
On the,
I
on
have
the
none-
gro-
I have
on
none
the-
under my
on
breast.
the groin.
I
It's
don't
where
have-
your thighs rub together.
I don't have any there.
Upper chest
No, they're
and
not up
neck.
there.
Those are the places.
how
they
does
appear.
I think I have
chest
one on the
rub?
neck.
I don't know.
I've seen them on the neck. Yeah,
I think I've got them on the neck.
yeah.
I
But
think
that
I've got-
also
I've
keeps
got a real small one on the
Can I
neck.
see that one?
It keeps
Yeah,
your
yeah,
necklace
You want
on.
to look at it?
Yeah, I'll-
Yeah, come on over and look.
Here's Oscar. He's going to go
boy.
look at
This
it.
is exactly what it is. It's right here.
It says here, very large skin tags may burst under pressure.
Wow. Well, they could never get a job in broadcasting.
Who wants lunch?
See that?
This
Don't take a picture of it. Don't take an effing picture of it, you little bastard.
Diabetics and pregnant women are most prone to skin tags, it says.
Now I'm happy for him. All right. Good for that.
You're happy for the diabetic
Well, so
suffering
tomorrow
woman?
I may be in a bit of discomfort.
Okay, shall I bring you something?
Yeah, bring me a bottle of whiskey.
I've got it.
All right, just go to commercial for Christ's sake. Sorry we didn't get to anything else. We'll be right back. Rob and his magic skin tag audio vault coming up on the Mike O'Mara Show. The tags are gone. The tags. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. This portion of our program, Rob's Magic Audio Vault, is brought to you by Vistaprint.
Nice.
We tell you about it all the time. The best deal in the world, 250 business cards for just $10.
steal.
And the best part for me was you can go to their website at Vistaprint.com and you can choose from thousands of designs. You can make your card individualized to you, to your specifications. You can make it traditional. You can make it completely whacked. And for $10 and 250 cards, you can make it a comedy business card to take out to a bar and amuse your friends.
Put an image of a skin tag right on the card.
I think 250 cards for $10, you can be frivolous.
You
can't
can,
you?
Mike.
Sure,
Frivolity
give 'em
is what
away.
this world needs.
They use the heavy paper stock, and it's half the regular price to get this offer, plus free shipping, and that's very important in things like this. Go to Vistaprint.com, enter the code TMOS in the search bar, and get your 250 cards for $10. And we thank you in advance. All right. Have we gotten all our questions answered about skin
I
tags?
think so.
So it's skin rubbing against skin.
That's exactly
It's
the
friction.
cause.
It's all
That's
natural.
right.
It's all natural.
It happens.
Yeah. Why do sit-ups when you can get the skin to you? Son of a bitch.
You know what? I think we're all rooting for you.
Oh, I'm going to be fine.
Stay strong.
That's right.
Pull through.
Very
hope.
brave. Extraordinary.
And they're going to look
brave.
at the other ones they hacked off like a week ago.
Ask if you can keep them.
I'm not going to keep them.
Why not?
Because it's gross.
You paid for it.
I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to keep them. Just do your goddamn vault.
Put them in a little medicine dropper.
Okay, thank you. Remember, you had them too.
I know. I'm not. I wish I'd kept mine.
I hope you get them on your nose.
You know what, Mike? When you look back on life, you really regret the things you didn't do.
I'm
And I
surprised you
regret-
don't have them if it's skin against skin with all that picking you do.
Ceaseless.
Thank you.
Ceaseless picking. You know that America is lost in Pope Mania when the DJs are making their parody records. Mike, do you have your explosion ready?
Yeah,
Okay,
please.
this is a good
this
one.
might be a quickie.
Yeah. Smoke was black, Mike. You like AC/DC, don't you?
Yep.
All right, here's Pope Mania, everybody.
Effing DJs.
That's the reason.
Hey, I got a great idea, man, for a parody record about the Pope. This will be great. This will go. God.
It'll play well on rock
So
stations and top 40.
I mean, really, utilizing so very little
Nothing.
of what God gave you to entertain the masses. You want to get something that's going to rivet people? Skin tags.
Skin
That's
tags,
right.
that's it.
Thank you very much. Yes.
And I like that you did a impromptu skin tag parody record to the Three Dog Night.
Absolutely.
Better than anything that guy's ever done.
You want to really amuse people? You throw yourself on that grenade.
That's right.
Okay, DJs. That's what you do. That's what that skin tag segment
It's
is.
important to listen to this podcast every day because there's a story we've been following for some time, and it's the Larry King Katie Couric date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now
yeah,
you
yeah.
remember
Katie Couric's been very open about this.
Katie says that Larry brought her to his apartment. Larry said that they went to Katie's apartment. Well, to get to the bottom of it, Katie's
I bet
producers
Larry, for a skinny guy's got skin tags.
all over the place.
Rest assured.
He's gross like me.
Guaranteed.
He's gross like me, Josh.
Cheer up, Josh. So to surprise Katie, her producers brought Larry out to get to the bottom of it. And if you watch this, I really get the impression Katie did not expect it. Because she looked genuinely
All right,
surprised.
you know what the chances are of that?
Very
Do you know what
slim.
the odds are
Very
of Katie
slim.
not knowing they were going to bring Larry King on the set?
Well, it's not like she has.
Can we tell by the audio how legit it is?
You'll be able to hear some of
'Cause
it.
usually that's facial expressions.
But I will tell you this: is it's not like Katie has made a whole series of great decisions throughout her entire life.
This is true.
So maybe she is surprised by this. Here's Larry coming out, and I believe they played "You've Lost That Love and Feeling" when he comes out. So here's Larry walking onto the Katie program.
I had no idea Larry was here. Hi, Larry. Are you mad at me?
Nice to hold you again.
Gross.
Now we find out that the date.
Hey, kudos to Larry King. Larry King has good DJ balls.
He does.
He really does. He'll do something like that. He'll do a walk on. He did it with us.
Larry King's balls.
I mean, the fact is,
They have
Skin tags.
back in the day. Oh God, that's nasty.
Okay, we found out in the course of this
Mine
segment
do not.
that it was 1987 when the date happened.
Okay.
And she said that she actually kind of pisses Larry off here because she said, it wasn't that I was attracted to you. At that time, I'd go out with anybody to try to learn anything.
So I thought I'm going to go out with everyone who asked me because every time you go out with a different person, it's a new experience.
Dumbo asked you? Anybody asked you?
I'm sorry. Does this sound bad and insulting?
Yes, it
It's not
does.
supposed to.
You wanted to go out with every person who asked you, so I came along and asked you, and I was one of the thousands of people.
Not that many people asked me.
So, let me get this right. The Larry King voice is now the mouth, old man mouth.
Yeah, it is.
Incidentally, that's when I pack it in. When the mouth doesn't work anymore, that's when I pack it in.
No, we
Here
won't
we
let you.
go.
We won't let you.
You sure swear. Hey, Katie.
Mike's
So let me
good.
get.
He might have
Is this-
tags.
is this-
Mouth tags.
Mouth tags.
So here's Larry's version of
Show
the
title.
story. Here's Larry's version of the story. Because remember, Katie says that they went to Larry's place and Larry lunged.
Oh, can I make a little qualify
Yeah.
here? Facebook friends, I know there are probably many of you that have this same issue. I don't want to hear about it.
None of us do.
Thank you.
You don't want to commiserate about it.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
think
very
that it
much.
would be horrible if they all went to the Mike O'Mara Show Facebook page and posted photos.
That's right.
That's not what we want.
Let
I
us
got a
never
name.
speak of this again.
I got a name that's popping into my head right now. Let's keep moving, Rob.
Okay, here's Larry's version of the story, and I think this one rings kind of true.
My memory is we were in the car, we drove, we had a very nice time. My memory is
My memory is in the car.
Right.
We had a nice time.
My memory is we were in the car, we drove, we had a very nice time. My memory is we kissed.
Oh!
I said I'd take you home. I go up to your door. You lived in an apartment building, is that correct?
Yes.
It was not on the first floor.
4707 Connecticut
Okay,
Avenue.
we went up to what floor?
19th
I went
floor.
up in an elevator.
Yeah.
Okay. We get to the door. I think I'm going to go in the door.
What's gross about this is that they
We kissed.
before they got to the apartment. Was it in his car? Was it in his Lincoln?
Listen. Background on Larry King. Back in the days when we were obsessed with Larry King, Larry King did a walk-on our show, and I remember that we had a traffic reporter who had talked about for some reason going to Larry's apartment. We knew
Was it Kim?
No, that was Lori.
Okay, all right.
And we knew that Larry was a horn doggy because he did this all the time.
Yep.
He was a serial dater. He was always hitting on women. He was
His
doing
MO.
it constantly. And so we knew that, we know that Larry's a horn dog. And this is back when I started, 85, 86, 87, right when I started my radio career
So Larry
in
put
Washington.
Larry put the moves on Katie Couric, I'm guessing in the car, and then he walks
We
her up-
kissed.
We
Oh!
kissed up to her apartment.
Thinking he had
I'm a
hope.
leg man. You have great legs. I think we're going to walk. You said, I have a roommate. And I was a little deflated. And I said, okay, you have a roommate. And then you on Kimmel said, I didn't have a roommate. So it turns out you were lying.
Oh.
You told me
You
you
said
had
that.
a roommate to get me away.
Maybe
you
I did.
feared that I would lunge.
I don't remember that.
Quoting
Now the
back to her.
roommate thing comes back because the roommate that he allegedly said that was her roommate, her name is Wendy Walker,
Okay.
and is Larry's producer.
It's not Wendy Rieger, is
No,
it?
no.
All right.
She would become Larry's producer, but it turns out she wasn't Katie's roommate yet, and they get to the bottom of it. Here's our final tape.
Years later, I find out, and Wendy says, I was the roommate. And then you on Kimmel said, I didn't have a roommate. So something's wrong.
You know,
So Wendy would know.
Katie did not have a roommate.
And you're fired.
Kudos to LK.
Yeah,
Larry
he handled it
King,
perfectly.
that is huge stones to go on.
Fun.
Really, that's terrific.
Yeah,
That's the way you do it.
That is.
That is the way you do it.
He was prepared. He's never been that lucid.
It's
That's true.
fantastic.
He
Well, it was
really handled
daytime.
it. Yeah, and let's finish it.
Riveting
off.
television.
It doesn't really matter. You know why,
All right,
Larry?
let's say this. All right, let's say you didn't have. You were roommates at one time, were you not?
Yes.
Okay, so what I associated, you must have been the roommate if she told me the roommate. You got to understand it from my viewpoint.
We understand.
Larry, I have 3 words for you. Let it go.
Katie.
Ouch.
See,
Painful.
Well, she was backed into a corner.
No, there are two things at play here. This is just my opinion. Now, you know that I've known both these people forever. I've
Right.
known Katie Couric forever, and I've known Larry King, and they were both involved in the Don and Mike show back in the day. They both were. The thing is, I think the reason Katie plays it like that, it's not just that Larry was a horn doggy. Larry is just not a really nice guy.
That's true.
And I think that she doesn't like Larry. That's
True.
why she's throwing Larry under the
Yeah.
bus. Let it go. That is just so dismissive.
She wants to end it. She's
After
a little
that,
embarrassed,
yeah,
too.
she's embarrassed.
Yeah.
He got her. The kissing part would get me.
Oh,
As we
yeah.
continue about old men kissing, Mike,
Yes.
here's a brief tape. I don't play a lot from the Fallon show, but here's Clive Davis talking about being bisexual.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
I thought you'd like
That's
this.
great.
You like to kiss, Clive?
I do. I enjoy that. And then when I got up to the apartment building,
Yes.
he said he's got a roommate.
Clive Davis.
You brought the subject up, so let me say, after my second marriage failed, I was totally heterosexual, but I did open myself up to a relationship with a person, not a gender, and I entered into a relationship. So I hope, now that you mentioned it, that society can be helped along to move forward to judge people as a person and not as a gender.
Absolutely.
I agree with that, Clyde.
I do too.
I agree with that.
I do
We just like making fun of the way you talk.
I
That's
like
right.
Hearing his voice.
because that's years of being able to say, Rachel, would you go out for a bagel for me?
Clive.
I'm King Clive Davis.
Clive, how are your tags?
My tags, I'm going to the doctor with Michael
Do you have
today.
groin tags?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And of course, Mike, there's all that papal conclave action is hot.
Yeah, we're not going to hear about it on the show today, but they might. But I'd say the odds are fairly significant that when we come in tomorrow, we'll be able to talk about, the new guy in the robe.
Red hot papal conclave, Mike.
The cardinals at the Vatican will release black smoke if they don't reach a decision and white smoke if they do. And blue smoke means they're working on the Vatican Oldsmobile. Or they're already at work on that. It's the carburetor, apparently.
But the Cardinals are all there, and the voting process is so simple. They each write down their choice on a small slip of paper and put it in a silver chalice, and then they mix all of the names up, and they're drawn out. It's the same thing they do for the Vatican Secret Santa.
That, Mike, that is your magic audio wall.
It's funny. Everybody's making fun of it, but everybody's talking about it.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing that they've been able to keep the church so modern.
Yeah. They communicate with smoke signals.
Yeah, and chalices.
That's it. We'll take a break, come back with Buzzed News right after this. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Here he is, the man who is cold and late this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Buzz Burbank.
Thank you, Mike. We're brought to you today by Spencer & Devon Premium Shaving Cream. Spencer & Devon uses natural ingredients like aloe and shea butter, no harsh chemicals. Got bumps? Get Spencer & Devon. Spencer & Devon is good to your face, whether you have a tough beard, sensitive skin, or both.
Can you say that line again? Got bumps?
Got bumps?
Yeah.
That's right.
I got to get on Facebook. I want to tag Mike in some
Thank
pictures.
you. Thank you very much. There they go. That'll be my evening. Thank you for cementing that, Rob.
Spice, sagebrush, or completely unscented. Learn more at SpencerDevon.com or click their ad on our website. With Spencer Devon Shaving Cream, you're closer than ever.
How many photos am I going to be tagged in today?
Tag, you're it.
Okay.
Yeah.
First, the things you really care about, Twinkies and special favors.
Okay.
The Twinkies we feared were gone forever should be back by summer. Private equity firms you've never heard of are paying $410 million for the Hostess brands. The companies say they hope to bring back most of the 18,000 jobs that were lost when Hostess products disappeared from the shelves. Sex acts, once considered unnatural, are now finally legal in Virginia. Now Virginia really is for lovers, with a court ruling that strikes down the state's anti-sodomy law. The case that led to the ruling involved a man who faced felony charges for receiving that special favor.
Carrie doesn't have a leg to stand on now.
And what's important to point out, every time you use that word,
sodomy,
because you hear that word and you think of one specific act, and it's not. It involves a whole array of sex acts.
Isn't
procreation, it's anything
right?
that isn't the man on top, get it over with quick.
Right. One is they're both unusual approaches, I guess. So, one of them is we've always referred to as the special favor.
I don't understand that. No, I mean, what it is there's an umbrella when you hear that word, the S word, when I always thought it was what you would see in Caligula.
Right, exactly. The legal definition involves upstairs
or Oz.
and downstairs.
Yeah, or any of the major prisons around America.
Oh, I thought you meant the new movie.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that tomorrow.
And that brings us to antibiotics, which may be trying to kill you. A new report says the Z-Pack, known as zithromycin, can cause an irregular heartbeat in some at-risk patients. Doctors will keep prescribing Z-Packs. They will, but with more caution from now on.
Mike is on the ground, but the good news is none of his tags are infected.
Anybody see 60 Minutes when they did that steroid that they injected into people with chronic pain, and it caused a fungal infection that has killed an amazing amount of people?
We know the story.
Is that how we lost Mike Wallace?
Phenomenal. I mean, absolutely horrible.
Wow.
And they did it because where they manufactured this vaccine or this steroid, they blended two of them, and it was like right next to a waste dump. It was just amazing how, and the FDA, because it's not, they don't manufacture the drugs,
right?
They blend the drugs, and so it's not
They don't
FDA
govern
supervised. Unbelievable. You just have to be, look, even if you're aware, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, you could be injected with something, and
Anything
you
you
never
take,
know what's
you
going
take
to
your
happen.
chances.
Could happen to me today when I'm getting my tags.
I think you'll be fine.
Right, exactly.
You're very brave, Mike, and we're all rooting for you.
Thank you, Rob. I'm a fighter.
American companies are hiring again, as we reported the other day, in spite of higher payroll taxes and the grim budget picture in Washington. And because more people are getting jobs, more money is being spent. Retail sales were up last month by more than they've risen in the previous 5 months. Retailers hired 24,000 more people last month. Unfortunately, a lot of our new spending has gone to higher gasoline prices. Even if you haven't used one of those free credit report websites, your personal information may have already been hacked from those sites, just as it was for Michelle Obama, Joe Biden, the U.S. Attorney General, the head of the FBI, Hillary Clinton, Al Gore, Jay-Z, Paris Hilton, Ashton Kutcher, Britney Spears, Sarah Palin, Donald Trump, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Kanye, Hulk Hogan, just to name some.
Oh, my God, Hulk?
Yeah. After all that list. Yeah, brother.
First lady.
A hacker
Pin
site,
number, brother.
apparently from Russia, has published these folks' social security numbers, their addresses, their phone numbers, and, of course, their credit reports. The Justice Department, the Secret Service, and other agencies are investigating. And the kind of terror that we experienced on 9/11 is now considered old school. The new threat, the biggest threat, is cyber war. And experts say our power grid and our banks are the most likely targets. That's why the U.S. military says it is now assembling a cyber war team to be in place a little over 2 years from now.
Five-star General Todd Moore.
Any way you slice it, it to me will not be as terrifying as flying a building into a plane. Yes, it'll shut our economy down. Yes, it could paralyze our infrastructure for a while. But if there are not people jumping out of 100-story buildings because they're on fire, I'm not going to be as scared.
If the lights go out across the country and stay out, it's going to be The Walking Dead. So I think it's going to be.
That's because you like The Walking Dead.
I think it's going to be pretty terrifying.
Well, the thing is, Mike, at least if we lose power, your power cord will not matter anymore.
That's right.
Yeah,
the length of it'll be fine.
Maybe we should invest in a generator for the show, and not the kind that's like the whole house generator, just something like a Honda that we put in the
because the
foyer.
snowblower works so well.
Oh, it didn't. I'll have an update on that tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I got the report from my neighbor Richard.
Shouldn't have tried to use it to remove those tags.
Yeah.
New Jersey governor.
If we get a generator, we're going to have to put compression back on the mics because it's going to be noisy.
Thank you.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie recently signed a bill that would allow brick and mortar casinos in his state to get into the online gambling business. Oh, you bet.
Right.
But now an online gaming site has struck a deal to buy a brick and mortar casino in Atlantic City. The British site PokerStars is paying $30 million for the Atlantic Club. It would be the first time that an online gaming site has put a stake in a brick and mortar casino.
I bet Christie has caught a tag in the zip up of his fleece.
Probably.
The one that says governor?
It's one way to remove them. Sinkholes, they're not just for Florida anymore.
Wow, this is an amazing story.
It is.
18-foot deep hole opened beneath a golfer in Illinois on Friday. The man who co-founded a fantasy golfing website was rescued with only a minor shoulder injury.
And I think it was due to the bravery of one of his fellow players
Yes.
that actually crawled down and got him.
Yes, and that's a tricky, risky thing to do.
It's so funny when you're watching these headlines in the morning and they gloss over a real
The bravery,
hero.
yeah.
I mean, how many people would run? I'd run. I would. I guarantee you that. I would. That scares me so much, the idea of being swallowed up by the earth. I would run and get help, but I would not crawl down into that hole. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have the guts
He
to do it.
essentially repelled into the hole.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
Now, when he
amazing.
did that, does he get a double eagle?
Thank you, Ray. Hey, Rob, with the golf joke.
Thank you, Grant.
There you go. Good night. Way to go.
And a sinkhole opened up in northwest D.C. yesterday, but this one was probably due to a collapsed water pipe underground. Nearby cars were relocated as a precaution. Maryland woman cited yesterday on I-95 for driving too slowly in the left lane, 2 miles an hour under the speed limit. 63 and a 65. She was cited.
Yeah, I watched this.
It's not considered impeding traffic unless you're driving 10 under the limit.
She was being an a-hole is what she was being. She was in the left lane. People needed to get by her, and she wasn't moving over. Throw the book at her.
The trooper cited her for failure to move right. The woman says she had to slow down because of crosswinds.
Yeah, wind.
AAA Mid-Atlantic says the ticket sends the wrong message to safe drivers.
Okay, does everybody lives here? Okay, we all live here. Yeah. We know there was no wind yesterday or the day before.
No.
Thank you.
And finally, the thing that's slowing traffic in North Carolina is women in boats flashing their breasts to passing truck drivers on I-77.
Hello.
Nice.
The state's transportation department says the answer is boys. The kind that float, not the kind that look at breasts.
Oh, buoys.
Yes, they're now
How
trying.
do you pronounce that?
Boys. I was trying to marry the two
Well,
words.
Jesus Christ, Buzz, pronounce the thing the right way. It's a buoy. It's a buoy, and that's what you attach a lobster trap to. It's a goddamn buoy, not a boy. Not a boy.
Hey, boy.
Who the hell do you think you are, for Christ's sake? You Jay-Z?
They're now trying to keep the bare-breasted boaters back from the shoreline. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Thank you, Buzz. Our show today was brought to you by Encore Insurance. Tomorrow on the program, details of my medical procedure, some discussion of movies, both why the movies are crappy now, maybe it's because it's after the Oscars,
Right.
but why we watch movies over and over again and women don't. We'll discuss movies on tomorrow's show, and more fun and more thrills. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, Mikey. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.